Welcome again to Let's Talk Science with Pastor Dan. Over here on the screen, I've got a link to a video and I've got the image so you know you have the right one. I saw this a few weeks ago and I got really excited because science, we often hear that if you're a Christian, you have to check your brain at the door, that faith and science are in conflict with each other, that you can't have faith and be a strong believer or a practitioner of science. Well, God has a way of just showing that we don't know as much as we think we do. I remember back, the video talks about I think it was 1998, when they did a testing and DNA put the fabric of the Shroud of Turin in the medieval times, and that it was basically a forgery. And people were going to basically write it off and forget about it. I am so glad that people didn't. They have since used AI to, and this goes through everything here, to basically blow the lid right off of science, because the fact that there is so much incredible data found inside of the shroud that it can't be a forgery. They did a specific test that put the inside. The reason for that erroneous discussion that the shroud was a forgery from the medieval times is there was a fire, and the people in charge of it fixed the burned section by weaving material from the time, and they did it in such a way, and they talk about it in the video, that it's so intricate that it's hard to see. But when you take and test the actual inner fibers with a specific test, puts it at the 1st century, so documents it to the exact time of Christ. Now, what's really cool about this is the AI is able to literally get digital points from inside the fabric of the material. That energy was balanced at specific lengths to produce an image inside, at a nano level, inside the fabric to show an image. Now, they go through some possibilities. There's two that I really want to, it just totally excites me. I don't know if you can tell. First of all, that there was some kind of near nuclear instantaneous explosion that took place of massive energy. And that energy was absorbed into the fabric. But it was so instantaneous because if it had been a long exposure, it would have vaporized material. But it was like a nanosecond of massive energy that came through. The second possibility is that it be a interdimensional transfer. So literally, they talk about the world of flatland. When I took the class PChem, physical chemistry, which is calculus-based chemistry, we talked about flatland and dimensional wave analysis, and how if you lived in flatland and somebody with 3 dimensions moved through it, you would literally just see lines changing. It wouldn't make any sense. So this literally, as the body moved into another dimension, it would be preserved inside of that. So what are we seeing in the Shroud of Turin then? One thing and one thing alone, from my humble opinion. We are seeing the instantaneous moment of the resurrection. The energy needed to generate that resurrection, produce that burst of energy or that dimensional change that is produced onto that fabric. And we can see it only at this time. There are no brush strokes inside of it. The material is inside the fiber at a nano level. I can't do it justice. So I encourage you to I'm going to put the link to the website into the comments. Watch the video. It's totally going to blow you away. Exciting that God doesn't need science, but God uses science to show the world that he exists. So that's it. Take care. God bless.